Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are at Norm's Rare Guitars with another one of our customers.
Victims.
Good old friend of Norman's. This is Howard Leese, the stellar guitar player from Heart.
Absolutely.
A good long pedigree there. Now currently playing with Paul Rogers and Bad Company and the Paul Rogers Band, right?
That's correct.
And out on the road with Bad Company this summer with Mick Ralphs and Simon Kirk and Paul himself.
Yeah.
And the one and only Howard Leese.
Here I am, Norman's, my favorite guitar store in the world. Probably the best vintage store anywhere. This is where I got a lot of the keystone, most important pieces in my collection, and I still have virtually all of them today. And when I tell people what I paid for them back in the day, and they just can't believe it because everything's so valuable now, but Norman's the guy. If you wanted the best stuff available, he had it. He would come to my shows at the Forum with the Heart shows.
Absolutely.
And he'd bring a guitar in his trunk, and it would be completely irresistible.
We go back probably 30 years, right?
Yeah, to the 70s when I first started.
Long time.
With Heart, yeah. We'd come down here, and if we had half a day off, whatever, this is where I would come. Me and Steve Fawcett.
Yep. We just wanted to make sure that, whenever he got some money and his check came in, that we would able to relieve him of it a little bit.
As quickly as possible to keep that interest from accruing.
But it turned out to be some pretty good investments, huh?
They did indeed.
Rules. Howard's got one of the greatest guitar collections around, and he also has a couple of the very first Paul Reed Smith guitars, too.
Right. And this is a beautiful Paul Reed Smith that you have here, Norman. That's a fancy
That's a private stock
from '03.
But the ones you have the first Mapletown ones?
Yeah, that was when PRS was two guys. It was Paul and an assistant, a two-man shop. So they made the early ones by hand, and I was lucky enough. He made it for a guy in Maryland, and the guy didn't like it. He didn't want it, because it was expensive in the day. It was quite expensive.
Handmade guitar.
So he sent me a Polaroid of it. My tech got a Polaroid of it, and I bought it just from the Polaroid, because I'd never seen flame like that. It turns out that was the very first flaming maple guitar, and he built it from a 300-year-old dresser, his bass player's underwear drawer.
Nice.
The top of the guitar, the fronts of the drawers, is a little dowel where the drawer pull used to go. And now that guitar is somewhat legendary. So.
And we're going to have to be going back to all this old furniture and stuff to get the wood. To get the good aged wood.
So were the underwear that was.
Well, when you think about it, that was Stradivarius era wood.
Right.
Same era as European, because no one in America there was no Americans yet. So this was a European piece of furniture, probably the same kind of fiddleback maple that they use on the Italian violins.
Plus, a lot of that wood was aged hundreds of years before you even got the furniture. So
that's true.
I just want to say one thing, which y'all know about Heart, sucker.
But Paul Rogers is one of the great singers of all time, absolutely. And Howard and Paul, they make some really good music, so you better check them out. Where are you guys going to be playing, and what's the deal?
Well, if you're in Sweden, we're coming in June with Bad Company.
Right over.
Germany, we're doing a bunch of festivals in Germany.
And that's with Mick Ralphs
and
all the
guys. That's with Mick
guys,
and everybody. But Paul and I, we just played Vegas 2 nights ago. We're in Seattle. A few days before that, we just did 3 shows in 4 days. And we play around the country. Our next gig is in West Palm Beach. It's kind of all over the place.
No, he's one of the greatest singers in rock and roll.
The greatest rock singer that's ever lived, pretty much.
Absolutely.
And he's maybe better now. It's ridiculous how good he is.
I heard him a couple years ago with you,
it's
and it was
frightening.
a knockout.
Yeah, it's frightening. So, it's just like I can't. I've been doing it 15 years now. I still can't believe it. How good he is night after night after night.
He's soulful too.
Yeah,
very soulful.
Yeah, never sings at the same
I
time
like
twice.
Heart. Heart's the shit.
Well, we had a good singer at Heart too. We had a pretty good singer in that band too.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
She was great.
She's
So,
badass.
She's still great.
Howard goes from one good thing to the next good thing.
People
So,
ask me that. They go, "You were with the best female rock singer, now you're with the best male rock singer. How did you do that? As if I somehow...
You're gonna have to go with the best transsexual rock singer or something next.
Yeah, there's nowhere
just
to go
kinda,
now.
Yeah, I mean, you've done it all. You know, so. Anyhow, it's good to see you, Howard.
Good
Thanks
to see
for
you,
coming
man.
over, buddy.
My pleasure. Always good to drop in
Alrighty.
here. Love it here.